We got this damn thing, we were welding with it the other day on the beams, and it started making that noise again. I'm gonna see if it'll come out on camera. I got it sitting on a table, big iron table, and it's backed up by the chain fall. Let me fire up and see if you guys can hear the beating and banging. We already fixed this a while back, but let me see if you can hear it. Oh, it won't start because I don't have the battery hooked up. Anyhow, we did this a while back, and the bearing at the end of the armature right here where the fan is has a tolerance ring, which is a little corrugated thin piece of metal, and I'm kind of thinking that may be what's making the noise. This thing is so noisy as a diesel, it's kind of hard to hear it on the camera, but you can hear a little bang or a thud or something every now and then. And so basically I'm just gonna go ahead and put y'all on time lapse. We're gonna peel this thing open and see if that tolerance ring is bad again, because I don't want to hook up batteries just to fire it up. I don't think it'll be noticeable on camera as far as the banging noise, but it sure is noticeable here. So that's exactly what it was doing before. I'm guessing it's the same thing, and we'll set it up and see. Alright, we got this whole side front open. On the Commander 500, you got to get this transformer block out, which is pretty heavy. All of these wires here have to come off. They're all labeled, so just take some pictures or some video. Got a few little plug and plays here, and a few little of these here. So I just label them all and color code them. I'm not giving you a how-to on this in the sense that I don't know my way around this machine too much, but anyhow, that's the extent of taking this down. We're gonna have to take these transformers. I know it's dark. We're gonna take this transformer out. We're gonna set it on a table, and that'll get to the fan, which will get us to the bearing. What I found is what I expected, the same thing that I had before, which if you guys look in the back there, you can see that tolerance ring, which is that corrugated doohickey, is coming out. So we may have to make us a little cover plate on the back as well as the front. I don't know why that keeps coming out. I have to talk to somebody about that, but anyway, we're going to keep digging in, pull the fan off, and get to the front of the bearing and see if we can get this tolerance ring out. Now there is pieces of the tolerance ring, which goes, and you can see the gap. I got some screwdrivers holding. I was checking to make sure we didn't have any pieces stuck in there. But you can lift this by hand, the shaft, and jiggle it around. I changed that bearing and the tolerance ring last time, but that tolerance ring was coming out of the back. So I don't know if I need to just replace it. This is a little cover that once you get the bearing and the tolerance ring in, you can bolt it top and bottom right here. Maybe I need to make another cover for the back to keep them in there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask around, but anyway, same culprit as last time. We'll see what we can do to get one coming and go from there. Oh, and you know, we pulled this big transformer out. Takes a little doing and a couple of people. It's kind of heavy. And the fan right down here. Fan just has a little threaded setup right there, and that'll get you to the end right here. Like I said, the last time I changed the bearing too, and it was fine. I'm gonna put a little support right here and see if I can spin that bearing by hand before we go back in. But anyway, I guess that tolerance bearing is to act like a shock absorber, but I don't know if we're out of balance or what's going on and it's getting hammered, but we're gonna have to figure out a little different approach. Alright guys, what I did here, I put a bottle jack and I took the weight off of this shaft. It kind of floats around in there, but I wanted to spin the bearing right here, make sure it felt good. Now I just changed this a few months back. I say a few months, maybe 7-8 months ago. So they put a new bearing on it. It doesn't look like it's seated all the way. It may be I don't know, a 32nd off. So we're gonna we'll drive the inner race down, make sure it's seated, and I think I'm gonna get a buddy of mine to do a new cover plate for the front, and we're gonna make one for the back. I think this hole here has gotten ovaled or beat up from years of work, and I don't think it's truly round. And I think the tolerance ring, I can't even remember that name, is working itself out. I know it's working itself out the back. It can't really come out the front. So we're gonna make some cover plates that'll keep that in there and order some more. And once the new ones come in, we're gonna see if we can't custom fabricate some kind of mechanism that'll make this thing last more than a few months. So, but I wanted to, before I went and ordered, I wanted to make sure this bearing still felt good. So that's it. And like I said, when you watch the bearing right there, you can watch how when we take the jack off, it will, you know, you got slack right here. And so these corrugations are to alleviate that vibration. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna order a new tolerance ring, and we're gonna say that the bearing is in good shape, and then we'll get this cover plate. Where is it? Yeah, we got y'all saw it earlier, they got a cover plate that bolts on here to keep the bearing and the ring situated. There's a little lip in the very back that's supposed to keep that tolerance ring from going out the back, and I think that's just not doing its job. So we're going to make a cover plate for the front and the back, and that way when we put the new one in, it cannot shift out of its location and burn itself up. So we're going to try first. So let me get that ordered, and when it gets in, we'll get back to you and see where that ends up. Keep our new modified Lincoln tolerance ring holders gray in theory, in theme of the Lincoln.
Yeah. Or there's always
do we hit that with some Kubota urns? Like,
I think it needs some Caterpillar stripes.
Oh, some yellow. Ooh, some blue Miller paint. That pissed the Lincoln off real good. Now I just think, you know, you put a little bling under there. It's like wearing, like, you know, crazy drawers. Nobody knows but you. You know. Yeah. Have some crazy ass color hidden in there.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. It's scary how my mind works. Huh?
Surprise for the next guy.
Oh yeah.
Well, I kind of need a...
this is the part number for the tolerance ring that goes around this bearing right here. I've got the jack on it because you've got play in the shaft, and the bearing was good, the tolerance ring was not good, as you all can see from the pieces and parts and shrapnel thereof. Now there's a cover plate that I don't know where the original one went. I had this one made, and we laser cut it to be a smaller diameter hole to cover more on the shaft. Let me get this jack out of here and I'm going to show y'all. So we're kind of trying a hypothesis and seeing if we can come up with something. So this tolerance ring, if you remember from earlier in the video, was kicked out to the back. Now the first time it was just all shrapnel in the bottom. So the second time it was kicked out half to the back and the upper half was destroyed. So what we're going to try and do, we made this one, and this cover plate covers the race and the bearings, so that tolerance ring will not be able to come out this way. Whoops, sorry guys. On the back side of this hole, there's a little lip, so that as you shove this tolerance ring in, it should seat against that lip. But again, this is an older machine. I think it ran for a while, and it probably beat this hole up, and it's probably out around. So to keep the ring from coming out the back, we made this, which will slide over the shaft. I'll show y'all how it's the same principle as the front, but we had to notch it to go over the shaft. But that should keep that tolerance ring from being able to move, and kick itself out of that shaft and get all cockeyed where it wants to pinch and shred itself up. So that's our theory. And these are 1/4 holes. I had some little bitty bolts that held. All we had originally was the front cover plate, so I had gotten some new bolts, and I realized we didn't have enough thickness here for a bolt in the front and the back to hold both plates on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a long bolt, and we're going to put our front cover on, screw that in all the way, give it a little snug, and then we'll put our back plate on. And I've got some nylock nuts that we're going to put on the back side, and that should hold those two in there. And I'm figuring if this tolerance ring can't shift around, then it's got to do its job. And if push comes to shove, we got a spare tolerance ring over there if we have to go a different direction. Again, this thing, we fixed it last summer, and so it's lasted about 6-8 months, and it just started making that same noise again. So anyhow, what I'm going to do now is just simply take those two long bolts, put this plate on, and bolt it in, snug it down, and then we'll slide the back plate on from the back and put some nuts on there. And that, I don't really need to show you all that, but that's how we're going to end up. I'll show you when we're done. Alright guys, that gray slip fork is what we got, bolted top and bottom to cover the inside version of that tolerance ring. And we're going to swing around, and this is the front. So we use some 2-inch or 1.5 or 2-inch all threaded bolts, meaning they threaded all the way up. Ran these in, snugged them, and then we put the plate from the back and put some nylock nuts on it. So I'm going to snug up the nylocks, and we're going to call that good and see if that, like I said, it can't come out here because this is way too far down, and it can't come out the back now and can't get cockeyed. So I think that might be the solution to the problem, but time will tell. So I'm going to snug those two back nuts down. There's nothing to really see because I can't even see them from this area. And I'll get them tightened up, and we'll start going back together with the transformers. We got a little bit of wiring. So anyway, we'll get it back together and test it out. Well, kids, we got the old welding machine button back up again. We're going to give that tolerance ring another run for its money, see how long it lasts. All I need to do is find the battery, which is on my trailer somewhere, hook it up, and we'll give it a test run. We got some gantry crane brackets to weld, so we'll be doing that. I might catch some footage of that, but test drive on her and she'll be good to go. I'll hunt up a battery, but if I don't get a chance to show y'all the test drive on her, well, you'll see in another upcoming video making some noise. Other than that, man, y'all hit us up, let us know what we're doing right or wrong. Got any comments or questions or suggestions, let us know. And other than that, we will see y'all on the next one.